Give me a hand and I'll take off my mask. If you give me a chance, that's all I ask.
What you expecting me to do? First you were him and now you're you.
Now it's just me, and you got me on my knees.
Musical was Let It Shine. It's Musicland Mag. I hope you put your guesses in, and I hope someone got it right. So let me start this off with I thoroughly love this musical as a kid. And one of the reasons why is if you knew me when I was younger, you know I had the biggest childhood crush on Tyler James Williams. And of course he is in this movie. And it's like was so well known when I was younger that when Abbott Elementary started, I got so many texts and calls from people like, yo, did you see he's in the show? That's how bad my crush was growing up. And so this movie, if you don't know anything about it, it's pretty much just like a different version of Cyrano de Bergerac, which is basically where you have this guy who people don't think is as like got it going on, like he's not as attractive, he's not like the it guy, and so you have him, but he's good with his words. And then you have Roxy, who's like the girl that these two people like. And then in this movie as well, you had Chris, who was basically like the guy who had it going on, who everyone thought was like the star. And I just like the songs in this, like they're still bops. This movie has a lot of like freestyle battles or like rap battles, and some of the lines that they had were bangers. Like even to this day, I was like, okay, that's kind of a fire line. And so that was entertaining, and just the beats, like just the songs, I really love. Me and You, I like Guardian Angel, I like Don't Run Away. Like there's so many good songs in this movie, and it just had so many actors that I forgot about when I was rewatching it, like the Bailey sisters, Halle and Chloe Bailey. I think this was like one of their first like roles that they were ever in. They had singing roles, they had like a little line here and then. Then you had Tyler James Williams, and you had Coco Jones, who is now becoming she's kind of getting her fame, because I think when this started she was like very young, and she's kind of getting her moment now, which I'm happy about. There were just so many good actors. I don't know their name. Angela Bassett's husband was in this as well, along with Jaleesa from Different World. Like there were just so many good actors in this movie, and it was such an important movie when it came out, because it was just like, oh, so many Black people, and it was a Disney movie, and Disney occasionally, like it was like every few years they would kind of give us like movies that predominantly had Black people, which if you're a Black child, like that means a lot to you to be able to watch TV and see people that look like you, because a lot of Disney stuff had no diversity, kind of had like things that are relevant to Black people, in this movie did so good. And the one thing I will say about this movie is I didn't really understand how Cypress was Tyler James Williams' character, but his dad was basically like a minister, but he had an issue with rap and hip hop, which it never really explained why. He just had an issue with it, like, yo, we ain't doing that. My kid is not involved in hip hop at all. Like he just had an issue with it, and they didn't really dive into why, but towards the end the father came along and is like, oh, okay, it's not so bad, it can have a good message. But yeah, I just really enjoyed the songs. It's still a bop, and it kind of takes me back when I watched this, just because this was such a catchy song in this movie, and because it had my Tyler James Williams, which that was my childhood crush back in the day. So I think when this came out, I was just still so excited that he was in something else, and I was like, oh my goodness, I had to watch it again. Let me know in the comments if you remember Let It Shine. It took me back, and it was a great musical. Like it's a different type of musical, but it is still a musical. I'm considering it. Go listen to the soundtrack if you have forgotten about it, because when I was watching it, I had honestly forgotten about some of these songs, because it had been a while since I'd actually seen this movie, and I was like, whoa. I was like, I forgot about this. I'm kind of learning that every musical I watch, I end up going down the rabbit hole of the soundtrack afterwards, and I like have a few days where I'm like listening to nothing but that soundtrack. So this is very fun, because I'm remembering songs or learning about songs that I had never heard before. I'll see y'all soon for my next video.
This has been another episode of Real Talk with Noelle.